Everyone has seen the different forecasts for IoT, everything from 21 billion by 2020 up to 100 billion by 2020. So there's quite a wide range. It's either going to be huge or it's going to be really huge. I'm Marc Naddell with MediaTek. I'm here to talk to developers and help them identify the right product to drive their success with their IoT device. And come check us out and find the right solution for your next commercial project. MediaTek is a leader in consumer electronic chipsets, a fabless semiconductor chipset provider, a leader in several domains such as digital TV, smartphones, tablets, CDs, CD players, DVD players, Blu-ray, networking equipment like Wi-Fi, gateway, gaming controllers. So not really a consumer brand, but in the business-to-business world, especially with device makers, they're one of the world leaders.
Well, great. You're one of these guys behind the guys that people use but don't actually know that. Right. So let me ask you a question. You guys have been in the industry forever. You powered all these generations of electronic devices. When did you realize it was time to start moving into IoT? And what are the benefits that you think, with your experience, you bring to that?
So MediaTek is a high volume player in every industry that we serve. We're typically the high volume leader. For example, last year, there were over 1.5 billion devices that shipped with MediaTek chipsets. And almost 3 years ago now, 2013, we began scoping out what is this world going to look like. And within 2014, in September, we launched MediaTek Labs, which is a dedicated organization to create offerings and provide support and recruit partners to enable developers who are innovating and want to create commercial-grade products to adopt our chipsets, do their proof of concepts, take that forward to using modules and doing their prototyping and piloting, and then using our supply chain of partners to commercialize their products.
Now, I'm fascinated about the scoping you did before you started the labs, because although we use this basket term IoT, it's really lots of little markets. And if you go into automotive or transportation or manufacturing, it looks very different. So how did you scope out this market and break it down?
So, of course, looking at the position of MediaTek, the starting point, what are those adjacent opportunities for the company? What chipsets did we have readily available to convert into an IoT-friendly platform? So there was a very popular feature phone chipset called the MT2502. And that was a small size. It integrated a ton of capabilities. Supports displays, multimedia player, compatible with GNSS for location, Wi-Fi compatible, integrated with Bluetooth, cellular connectivity, support a SIM card, support SD card, USB interfaces, power management, sensor hub, all these things in one chip. So that was an ideal starting point. So once we identified that as our point of entry, we then started working with one of our partners called Seed Studios that makes HDKs. And they made the first HDK for us, which we launched in September of 2014. Along with an SDK we created. And the SDK allows a developer to use Arduino, which was a very popular maker programming format, right? So through Arduino, you can access all these libraries and pull down, the modules you need for your particular project. And that became a very successful first offering for us. And then as we started to get feedback from developers and seeing where market was sort of splitting out per your suggestion that it is highly fragmented, we noticed that a lot of developers weren't needing a display, and they weren't needing cellular connectivity, and they weren't needing controls. They were trying to just wirelessly connect some indoor product through Wi-Fi. So that's why we picked one of our other chipsets, the 7681, and we created a module for the 7681 that can be easily incorporated into a project. It's for very simple, low cost, small size. Things like you might think of a smart door lock, a smart power outlet, a smart appliance without a display of some kind. A smart lamp would be another good example, right? a smart light bulb. So any of those kinds of things that can be easily, configured through your Wi-Fi portal and controlled through your smartphone or wearable. And so we introduced that. And that was introduced, let's see, it was early 2015, second quarter 2015. And then by the end of the year, we'd introduced a third product called Linkit Smart 7688 Duo. And that was an open web runtime environment and also Arduino. That's why we call it Duo. So you can go either way with that. And it's a high performance, small size chipset that's ideal for products that need high data management, that need a display. It could be a robot, it could be a webcam, it can be a wireless speakers, something a bit more interactive with the user, but also processing and managing a lot of data, multimedia data, video, audio data. The first of the two products I want to talk about is the 7687, and I happen
That's
to
right
have
there.
this hardware kit. And all of the Linkit boards have this kind of colorful design. It fits very much into the MediaTek Everyday Genius color scheme and branding. And this is the actual board itself. So you can see it's got the chip on it, and it's got this Arduino style pinouts.
Right.
So it's compatible with a lot of sensor packs and Grove kits that developers are used to using in their development. Another thing for the 7687, it's a Wi-Fi connectivity hardware kit. And with this Wi-Fi connectivity, we've integrated AES and 3DES SHA security. So, a lot of developers are concerned about providing that security for Wi-Fi gadgets, appliances that will be in your home or your office. So that's the 7687 that's available now from our partner SAC. So you can go to their website and order these.
And what's the SAC's website?
Well, you can link to it off of MediaTek Labs.
Great.
So we have a whole section on 7687, the Linkit 7687 hardware kit. There's technical documentation, there's an SDK. It's the common SDK. That's that. So the other board I want to talk about is the 2523, which provides Bluetooth for wearable devices with fast and accurate GNSS location. So there's 4 formats of GNSS that we support: GPS, BeiDou, GLONASS, and Galileo. And for Bluetooth, it's Bluetooth 2.1 or Bluetooth LE.
Right.
And that's, those are the 2 common formats for Bluetooth now. If you wanted the chip without GNSS, it's 6 by 6 millimeters, so it's incredibly small.
Yeah.
But if you want it with GPS, it's only 6 by 9 millimeters, not that much larger. And with our GNSS, you get the industry's highest level of sensitivity, accuracy, and time to first fix. And those things are very important. If you're creating a sport watch or fitness band, or you want to monitor seniors, health stats, all of those factors are very important.
So what else? What are the next boards going to look like? What are the next protocols and communication standards you think you're going to support? And who's the audience for this? Who's using this first?
The first audience would be folks trying to create, a very innovative sport watch. Like someone who's creating some of our customers are like Polar and Sunto, and those companies make very advanced wearable products. And so we're trying to make it easier for a broad range of developers, professional developers, to get their hands on this level of technology and create something exciting and compelling. We have a companion product for the 2523. We have the 2511, the MT2511. It's a biosensing analog front end. So you can do simultaneous biometric data collection. For example, ECG and PPG to collect blood pressure as well as monitoring heartbeats. And we can do this at 24 bits versus 16 bits. So you get much more granular data collection. You can analyze the data streams together at a much higher level of accuracy. So for health, fitness, rescue, all of these things, it's very powerful. And there will be a kit coming out specifically for 2511 later this year.
That's great. We look forward to that one.
Yeah, me too.
Great. Thanks very much, Mark. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.